Good morning, true crime friends. How y'all doing? Y'all, there is all kinds of Mama Donna Adelson news today. Oh, and I'm here to tell you all about it. First, you know what you need to do though. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. That helps other people find us. Also, check us out over on all the socials. I'm on Blue Sky, Facebook, and Instagram. Okay, so look, y'all. The shut-up school dropouts are large and in charge in this case. I'm talking about the state of Florida versus Donna Adelson. You don't know about the Adelsons? Honey, where have you been? I have an entire Adelson crime family playlist. But let me just give you the quick and dirty. Wendy married this dude. Wendy is just like, you know, a hapless lady from down there in Florida. She married a dude, had a couple kids, and then was like, I don't want to be married no more. And her parents were like, don't you worry about it. We're going to unfortunately unalive him on your behalf. And she was like, thank you so much. And then after the ex-husband was unfortunately unalived, everybody pretended like they didn't know anything about it. And I was like, okay, despite the fact that there was a big giant mountain of evidence against him. Now look, to understand this case, you have to understand a little bit about the hitmen who were hired by this Adelson family, right? So that you know all the characters. Mama Donna, Wendy was the lady who was getting a divorce. Her husband, Danny Markel, is the one who's no longer on this mortal coil. Wendy had a brother named Charlie. That's how we pronounce it over here. Charlie helped to arrange the unfortunate unaliving of his brother-in-law, right? Charlie was diddling the kibbles and bits of a lady who worked at the job, and somebody who knew from work. The lady from work is Katie McBanawa. And then Katie was like, oh, I know me and you are like bumping uglies right now, but I used to bump uglies with this other dude, my baby daddy, Sigfredo Garcia. He did the wet work, and then he brought his friend along with him, Luis Garcia. I know it's a lot of people. Make yourself a chart if you need to, but listen. So first, the hit people, the brown people, basically, all got arrested and went to jail. That's the two hitmen and the go-between get arrested and go to jail for life. Mostly for life. Anyway, and then after they got arrested, then the police were like, hey, Charlie, hey, boy, how you doing? And they came and arrest him, and they put him on trial, and he goes to jail forever, ever, ever. And his mama, Donna, is real sad. Where's Wendy and all this? Wendy is like, new phone, who this? I don't know none of y'all. I don't know nothing about it. And so Charlie was like, Mom, I'm going to get sent to jail for the rest of my life. And his mother was like, Charlie, that is so terrible. Oh, my God. And she called him like 100,000 times on the phone while he was in prison. Oh, she talked. During the course of talking to Charlie while he was in jail, she was just like, wait, did this call get disconnected again? This is terrible. Now listen, I have a theory. The jail recorded a hot mic call between Donna Adelson, Mama Donna, and her son Charlie. My theory is that Donna was wearing earbuds during the time that she was talking to Charlie on the phone. That's the only thing that makes sense. So she got her little earbud in. She's talking to Charlie. She running her big old mouth. See, also, she's a shut-up school dropout. She did not know how to shut up. She also apparently didn't know how to hang up a phone, probably because she was wearing an earbud. And when the call dropped, she assumed that the call just disconnected. Turns out, Charlie's end of the line disconnected. Her end of the line stayed open, which means the jail could continue to record her just walking around the house with her little earbud in, talking to friends and family in the room. And while she was talking to friends and family in the room, she gave up the whole game. She was like, if I get arrested, I'm unfortunately unalive myself. But in the meantime, I'm going to escape to a non-extradition country where they can't bring me back and I can't stand trial for the unfortunate unaliving of my hapless son-in-law, Justice for Danny Markel. My daughter Wendy is not speaking to me after all the sacrifices I've done for all these children. I even unfortunately unalived a dude, but now Wendy's acting like she don't know me. Oh, she get on my nerves. Now that's not what she said. That is the spirit of what she said. And after just running her mouth about trying to escape, calling her lawyer to ask her lawyer if it was okay to escape, child, she talked and talked and talked. Praise God. And then somebody was like, hey, Whose phone is this right here? Oh, it looks like it's still on. Boop. And then they turn it off. To me, the only way she didn't know that phone was still on is because she had an earbud in and she wasn't paying attention. Also, she's like in her 70s. And our 70-year-old friends tend not to be that good with the technology. See also pocket dials, purse dials, or what my mama calls a booty call. As an unrelated aside, my mother was like, oh, I got a booty call from that handsome young man from church. I said, Ma. And she was like, well, I said, what are you talking about, old lady? And she was like, he called me with his booty. Mom, that's a butt dial. That's not the same as a booty call. I'm gonna need you to Google Urban Dictionary. Then she told me the internet was the devil. So we just dropped the whole conversation. Anyway. So Donna had this hot mic call, right? Where she was just like talking. And then somebody was like, oh, this phone is off the hook, boop, and hung it up. Donna, by way of her lawyer, now see, Donna gets arrested trying to flee the country to Vietnam for a vacation to a non-extradition country. Okay, girl. So Donna is sitting over there in the jail now. She's really, really not enjoying it. And I'm so glad for that. And she's just like, Your Honor, I didn't know I was on the phone. I was just walking around my apartment planning felonies with friends of the family, like you do. And the judge was like, right. Let me think about whether or not that hot mic call can be used against you in a court of law or not. Because remember, when you first took the call from Charlie, it said your call will be recorded, subtext, and possibly used against you in a court of law. Remember when you said, if you agree to that, press 1, and you press 1? That seems to me like you gave permission to record the call. And she's like, right, but I thought I hung up. Ma'am, no, you didn't. Because on that call, you say with your own little flapping lips, I'm just going to hold on because sometimes Charlie comes back, but sometimes he doesn't. Also, I think Heifer was trying to pinch a penny because you see, whenever you initiate that call, it's like $6 or something just to get the call started. And then you pay per minute. She was like, well, I don't want to pay another $6. Let me just keep holding on. And maybe. And her trying to save a penny might cost her whole entire behind. Anyway, so she was in court the other day saying, Your Honor, oops. I did not know the jail was clearly in the wrong for recording my escape plan. I did not mean to have my attempted felony recorded. And so the state was like, Your Honor, this heifer. And the judge is like, okay. Thank you for your arguments. I am so grateful for them. Let me go and let me think about it. And that adorable chocolatey judge. Hey, Judge Everett, good morning. You're absolutely not watching this. But in case your wife is or something, Miss Everett, oh, your husband looks like a nice chocolate bar. Just want to bite him. Anyway, but not in the mean way, like not in the felonious way, in the gentle, let me just be respectful. Anyway, so Judge Everett was like, he's very calm. No matter what happens, he keeps his full meditation practice like on board. He's just like, no matter what happens, right? So he's just like, he said in writing. Now, I'm not quoting his like little order or whatever because I don't got that kind of free time. I can't be downloading documents or reading them. I'm just going to give you the spirit of what he said. In his order, he was just like, Mrs. Adelson, heifer, please, right? He said, no, the hot mic call is in. Remember when you said, I give permission for this call to be recorded by pushing 1, that was secret coded language for you gave permission for the call to be recorded. So the hot mic call is in. And yes, it will be used against her in a court of law. I can hardly wait. Also, Miss Donna has decided, Mama Donna sitting over there in prison, in jail, she's real upset with the conditions. There's too many carbs. The healthcare is terrible. One time it took her a whole day to get a Band-Aid. She did not appreciate that. And so she has very narrow ear canals and she needs to go to the ear canal specialist to have her ear canals flushed out because she don't hear good. She sure talks good. Heifer got a whole lot to say all the doggone time. Anyway, so she was like, Your Honor, I would like to go home because I need special ear canal treatment. The chocolatey judge, Judge Everett, has not ruled on the ear canal situation yet. I'm guessing that's going to be a no. But we will wait and find out. So in the meantime, Mama Donna, in all her wisdom, her legal team has decided that she would like to depose Sigfredo Garcia, the gunman. Now listen, the gunman, Mr. Sigfredo, can you even say the pew pew man, the hitman? I don't know what you can say on here. Please don't demonetize this video, YouTube. Anyway, they had Donna's legal team has decided that they really want to hear what Mr. Garcia has to say. And I was like, okay, tell me every single thing. Because reportedly, Mr. Garcia has never spoken to the police about this case. You know who he did talk to? Want to know? Because I know. He talked to some little inmates down there when he was in the county jail. He had things to say. And he shared them liberally with his colleagues. I don't know what you call the other people who were in jail with you, but I'm just going to use a word from my world and not a word from his world. His jail colleagues had a lot to say to none other than Miss Georgia Kappelman, the prosecutor in this case. And I was like, oh, more shut up school dropouts. The way I love a shut up school dropout. So reportedly, now listen, this is all hearsay and it's unlikely to come into this case, but because me and you not here for facts, we here for facts, F-A-X, things I heard on the internet. I am deeply researched on this, and by deeply researched, I mean I have watched several other YouTube videos about it, and I'm here to spread the gospel, the good news of other people's business, okay? So, reportedly, Sigfredo down there at the jail said that the Adelsons paid somebody else $50,000 to unfortunately unalive Dan Markel, but that hitman, that alleged, supposed hitman, took the money and ran. Oh, y'all got cheated. I guess that's par for the course. Honestly, if you a criminal, but you don't want to do a whole lot of crime, like you trying to change your ways, that's a real good plan. Yeah, who do you want, unfortunately, unalive? I'll do it for you. Pay me $50,000 up front, dum-dum. And so you get the $50,000 and then you just go on vacation or something. I don't know what you do with the money, but they got cheated and they were like, dang, scammers. And then what they gonna do? Call the police? Hello, 911. We were trying to have somebody unfortunately unalived and they took our money. Wait, why are you putting me in these nice bracelets? Hang on for a minute. See, that's not how that goes. So they got cheated and they were very bitter, but the Adelsons are not quitters, clearly. They were like, we have tried hard to take Danny Markel off this mortal coil and it has not worked out good, but we're going to keep going. And so apparently the Adelson parents, now look, this is like 5th, 12th, 65th hand information, but this is what I heard. The Adelson parents, Javi and Mama Donna, failure of shut up school classes everywhere, was like, okay, Charlie is diddling the kibbles and bits of one of the girls down to the office, right? And so she's a brown person, so maybe she knows some other brown people who own pew-pews who get this done. Now, that's not what they said, but that's the spirit of what they said. So Charlie was like, hey, girl, hey, listen, thank you so much for letting me diddle you. And you know anybody who could unfortunately unalive my brother-in-law? And Katie was like, oh, why? I think I do. My baby daddy, he got some friends and stuff, and they could probably do it. Now listen, let's be real about this. Regardless of your culture, your background, your anything, you know a dude, right? Now, would you ask him to do terrible things? No, but you know a dude who could like talk mean to somebody, be intimidating, write a strongly worded letter. Sometimes that comes in the form of like, I know a lawyer who will write a letter, or I know it, my cousin Knuck, he'll break folks' kneecaps for you if you ask real nice. You know, everybody knows a dude. Anyway, so Katie was like, I know a dude. Me and him once had a couple kids together, and I think he would be willing to do this, but you're going to have to pay him some cash. But Charlie was like, let me think back. I was cheated the last time, so we're going to go about this differently. So I'll tell you what, I'll give you $5,000 for expenses. Unfortunate unaliving expenses? Okay. Money to rent a car, whatever. According to Sigfredo, who told one of his jail colleagues, Katie came and was like, hey, boy, hey, this dude I'm messing with, he wants somebody taking off this mortal coil. Can you help? And Sigfredo was like, how much? And Katie was like, they're going to give you $5,000 for expenses. Did you have to save receipts? Did you have to fill out an expense report? I'm not sure how unfortunate unaliving for hire works, and I hope to never discover. Anyway, so Sigfredo was like, you know what? I got a friend who's a part of the Latin Kings gang. Now, this is not Latin King business. This was a side hustle aside from the Latin Kings, because y'all not going to have me out here on the internet saying bad things about a Latin King and them, because I'm not going to do it. Anyway, so Katie was like, okay, I'll tell you what. This dentist that I'm messing with, his mama wants somebody taken off the playing field, and she gonna give y'all money, and then y'all go do the wet works. And so that's what happened, right? And so I don't know if this jail compadre was a true crime fan or if he heard this straight from Sigfredo's mouth, but that's what he said happened. The Adelsons got cheated, and then the boys got the money and they went and did the wet work. Then the two hitmen get arrested after like a year or something, and they were like, okay, cool. We built for jail. We can do some jail time. And then the one who did the actual wet work, Sigfredo Garcia, was like, wait, I was with my friend Tato. Y'all, Tato's kind of hot. Now, I'm not trying to say he was like the hitman helper. He wasn't like the main hitman, but the hitman helper was kind of hot. Now, he's not qualified to date any of us, male, female, gender nonconforming individual, whatever your taste happen to be. He's undateable because he's a hitman helper. But I'm just saying we can objectify him from the safety of our own homes and the internet. He was kind of hot, but he couldn't read. Oh, something about that just like does something to me in a good way, bad way. Anyway, I'm telling too much of my personal business this morning. Anyway, so the hot illiterate hitman helper was like, hey, I know a little something about how this game is played, and I'm going to make a deal with the feds so that, because he's like, look, I didn't actually do the wet works. I was just there for the drive along. So I'm going to make a deal and get out of prison. And the dude who actually had the pew-pew, he can go down. It ain't my business, because, I wasn't even trying to be involved in all this anyway. I thought we should just rob the rich people and go on about our life. But Tato, I forget, Sigfredo Garcia was like, nah. We going to do this, and we going to make a lot of money. A lot is real relevant. I'll explain to you why in a minute. So the hitman helper was like, hello, feds, I'd like to make a deal. I'm going to roll on everybody. Give me a little piece of time, and then I'm going to go about the rest of my life. And the feds were like, okay, that sounds good to us. And so the hitman helper gave up the whole game and turned over Sigfredo Garcia. Sigfredo was like, dang, okay, I'm going to be in prison for life, but that's okay. Katie is still on the outside, and she's sending me money, right? And then Katie gets arrested, and he was like, dang it. Okay, now that Katie's been arrested, she can't keep putting money on my books. I'm so upset. And so Sigfredo went and got drunk on some toilet wine. Y'all, that sounds so, I don't want toilet nothing, but he got drunk on toilet wine and started running his mouth to his jail colleagues. And what he said was, now that Katie has been arrested, the money is stopped. And I'm trying to get word to Katie that she should absolutely testify against the Adelsons and testify against me, but she should stay free out in these streets and raise our children. Oh. Donna Adelson now wants to depose Sigfredo. Does she know what he gonna say? Up until this point, he has not said anything to the police, but he said a lot to his jail colleagues. Might his jail colleagues testify that he was out here telling folks, them Adelsons had everything to do with it? Donna, girl, that's not gonna go good for you. I don't think it's in your best interest to testify, to depose Sigfredo, because he might say some things that you don't like. And we thought all along that the hitman got like $40,000, $50,000. No, turns out, according to Sigfredo and his jail colleagues, he got around $100,000. Now, that is far short of the $1 million that the Adelsons say they were being blackmailed for. Turns out, Sigfredo was out here telling folks, yeah, I got around $100,000. He said he got the money in cash up front, plus he got some toys, plus he got housing. Oh, housing is expensive in Miami. Good for him. I guess the kids are in private school now. Unclear. He also went on to say that the guys, the ones who did the wet works, like the hitman and the hitman helper, they got paid in toys. which tracks, because we heard in all the other previous trials that have gone before this that the hitmen got paid with cars and they bought some guns and other assorted things that you need for a criminal lifestyle. I'm not sure what all those things would be, but I suspect some of those are available to you and me right down in the Walmart murder aisle. And that Katie got paid in cash and in boobs. Yup. She got herself a new rack. She got murder boobies, y'all. Now listen, ultimately, Katie was convicted, so her and her murder boobs, they just over there in prison where they're probably not doing her a whole lot of good, unless the other ladies like them. I don't know, who am I to judge? So, we are still waiting to find out if Donna can get out. Mama Donna, can she and her very narrow ear canals get out on bail? Something tells me no. But I don't know. We're going to find out. This case continues to roll on. There's a couple of other criminals out here who failed shut up class. And I was going to do a video about them this morning. But this whole Mama Donna thing came up and I was like, no, you know we got to talk about Mama Donna. I will be back soon with more gossip, more true crime. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you soon. Bye.